Once upon a time in a big green forest, there lived a lion named Leo. Leo was the king of the jungle. His golden fur was shiny, and he had a loud, powerful roar that could be heard from far away. All the animals in the forest were afraid of Leo, and they all respected him. Leo was proud of his roar. Every day he would walk through the forest, roaring to show everyone he was the king. "Roar!" he would shout, and all the animals would hurry out of his way. But one day, something strange happened. Leo woke up one morning, ready to roar as usual, but when he opened his mouth, no sound came out. He tried again. "Roar!" But it was silent. Leo was shocked. He tried to roar again and again, but nothing happened. He paced back and forth, confused and scared. Without his roar, how would the other animals know he was the king? How would he protect his jungle? Leo decided to visit his friend, the wise old owl named Ollie. Ollie lived high up in the tallest tree in the jungle. Ollie had helped Leo many times before, so Leo hoped he could help now. "Hello, Ollie," Leo said, looking worried. "I can't roar anymore. What should I do?" Ollie looked at Leo with his big wise eyes. Ollie said, "It seems like you've lost something very important. Maybe you need to find what's missing." "How do I find it?" Leo asked. Ollie thought for a moment. "You might need to visit other animals in the jungle. They may know something that can help you." Leo began his journey through the jungle, visiting all his animal friends to ask if they knew how to help him roar again. First, he met the elephant, Ella. "Ella, do you know how I can get my roar back?" Leo asked. Ella used her big trunk to lift a tree branch and said, "Leo, your roar comes from within. Maybe you need to listen to your heart." Leo was not sure what she meant, but he thanked Ella and continued on his way. The helpful giraffe. Next, Leo visited the giraffe, Gina, who was eating leaves from the tallest trees. "Gina, do you know why I can't roar?" Leo asked. Gina lowered her long neck to talk to Leo. "Leo, sometimes we lose our strength when we forget how important we are to others. Maybe you need to remind yourself how much you mean to the jungle." Leo thought about what Gina said and nodded. He was starting to understand, but he still wasn't sure how to get his roar back. The kind monkey Leo then found a playful monkey named Momo, swinging from tree to tree. "Momo, can you help me?" Leo asked. "I've lost my roar." Momo stopped swinging and looked at Leo with a smile. "Leo, you don't need a roar to be powerful," Momo said. "Your kindness and your courage are what make you strong. Maybe you've been relying too much on your roar." Leo thought about Momo's words. He realized that his roar wasn't the only thing that made him special. He had kindness and courage too. Leo continued his journey, and as he thought about all the animals he had met, he started to feel something inside him. It wasn't his roar, but it was a feeling of warmth and strength. He realized that his roar didn't make him the king of the jungle. His heart did. Finally, Leo arrived at the top of a hill and took a deep breath. With all his heart, he tried to roar again. This time, a loud and powerful roar echoed through the jungle. "Roar!" Leo shouted, and it felt wonderful. But this time, his roar was different. It wasn't just loud. It was full of love, courage, and kindness. A new kind of roar. From that day on, Leo still roared every day, but his roar was more than just a sound. It was a reminder to all the animals that the strongest king wasn't the one with the loudest roar, but the one with the biggest heart. Leo had learned that his roar was not what made him the king of the jungle. It was his love and respect for all the animals, big and small. And so Leo ruled the jungle not just with his roar, but with kindness, wisdom, and strength. All the animals respected him even more, and Leo was happy knowing that his true power came from within. As Leo continued his journey through the jungle, he came across a tiger named Tara. Tara was sitting by a river, staring into the water with a sad look on her face. Leo approached her carefully. "Hello, Tara," Leo said kindly. "Why do you look so sad?" Tara turned her head slowly and sighed. "I used to be proud of my stripes and my strength," she said softly, "but now I feel invisible. No one seems to notice me anymore." Leo sat down beside her, his golden fur shining in the sun. "Tara, you are not invisible," Leo said gently. "You are just as important as any other animal in this jungle. What makes you special is not your strength, but your heart." Tara looked at Leo, her eyes brightening. "You really think so?" I know so, Leo said with a warm smile. Every animal in this jungle has something unique. We just need to remember what it is. Tara smiled back, feeling a little better. She had never thought about her own worth in that way. For the first time in a long while, she felt proud of herself. After meeting Tara, Leo continued his search for understanding. He knew there was something more he had to discover about himself. He headed back to visit Ollie, the wise old owl, who always seemed to have the answers. When Leo arrived at Ollie's tree, Ollie was perched on a branch, watching the sun set over the jungle. Leo sat down beside him, looking thoughtful. Ollie, I've learned many things from my friends, Leo said, but I still don't fully understand. How do I find my true strength? Ollie looked at Leo with wise eyes. Leo, your roar is only a part of you. It is the outward expression of your inner strength. But real strength comes from understanding who you are and what makes you truly happy. Leo thought deeply about Ollie's words. He had always relied on his roar to show his strength, but now he was beginning to see that there was so much more to him. You must listen to your heart, Leo, Ollie continued. Sometimes the answers we seek are inside us, waiting to be discovered. One day Leo was walking through the jungle when he heard a gentle voice calling his name. Leo, come here. It was Zara, the zebra. She was standing near a tree, munching on some grass. Leo smiled and walked over to her. Hello, Zara, Leo greeted her. What's going on? Zara looked up at Leo with a friendly smile. I wanted to talk to you about something, she said. I've been thinking about how much you helped everyone in the jungle. You've always been the king, but you've never been selfish with your strength or your roar. Leo blinked in surprise. I didn't think I was doing anything special. You are, Zara said softly. You always share your strength and wisdom with us, and that is what makes you a true king. It's not just about how loud you can roar. It's about how you help others and how much you care. Leo felt a warm feeling in his chest. Zara was right. He had always tried to help others, but he had never realized how important that was. It made him feel even prouder to be the king of the jungle. As Leo wandered through the jungle, he came upon a sparkling river. The water flowed peacefully, reflecting the bright blue sky above. Leo sat by the riverbank and gazed into the water, lost in thought. He wondered what he was truly searching for. His roar was back, but it still didn't feel complete. Leo had always been strong and brave, but there was something deeper he needed to understand. Suddenly, a voice echoed in his mind. Listen to your heart. Leo closed his eyes and took a deep breath. He felt the warm breeze of the jungle on his face. He thought about all the animals he had met, the wise owl, the playful monkey, the proud tiger, and the kind zebra. They had all taught him something important, something that he couldn't have learned just from roaring. It was then that Leo realized the truth. True strength came from kindness, love, and understanding. The jungle wasn't ruled by the loudest roar. It was ruled by the one who cared for others the most. With this new understanding, Leo felt stronger than ever before. He stood up, his golden mane swaying in the breeze, and took a deep breath. This time, his roar wasn't just a noise. It was a celebration of everything he had learned. Roar! Leo shouted, and his voice rang through the jungle, not with anger or fear, but with love and gratitude. His roar was a symbol of his heart, a heart full of kindness, wisdom, and courage. The animals in the jungle heard Leo's roar and gathered around to see what had happened. They were amazed to see the mighty lion standing tall, his eyes shining with understanding. From that day on, Leo's roar was no longer just a sound. It was a reminder to all the animals that strength came not from power, but from love and care for others. Leo ruled the jungle with a new sense of purpose. He wasn't just the king because of his roar. He was the king because he cared for every creature in the jungle. He helped the small animals and listened to the big ones. He treated everyone with respect, no matter how strong or weak they were. Leo's roar, once a symbol of fear, now became a symbol of hope and unity. The animals loved him not just for his strength, but for his kindness and wisdom. And as for Leo, he had learned that the greatest strength of all comes from within. When you lead with your heart, you can achieve anything. One morning, as Leo was strolling through the jungle, he noticed a tiny squirrel named Sammy sitting nervously near a large tree. Sammy was shaking, and Leo could tell something was wrong. He walked over to him. "Sammy, why do you look so scared?" Leo asked. Sammy looked up, his eyes wide with worry. "I'm afraid of the storm that's coming. I've heard the thunder and it sounds so loud. I don't know what to do. I'm too small to protect myself." Leo knelt down so he was eye level with Sammy. "I understand how you feel. The storm can be scary, but remember, bravery is not about being the biggest or the strongest. It's about facing your fears no matter how small or big you are." "But I'm just a little squirrel," Sammy said, his voice trembling. Leo smiled. "Even the smallest creatures have great courage. You don't need to be a lion to be brave." As they sat together, the sky began to darken, and the first raindrops fell. Sammy still felt scared, but with Leo by his side, he felt a little more at ease. "You can always seek shelter when a storm comes, Sammy," Leo said. "But remember, true strength is about standing tall and being brave in the face of fear." Sammy looked up at Leo, feeling comforted. The storm didn't seem as scary anymore, and he knew that, with a little courage, he could face anything. The wise elephant's lesson days passed, and Leo continued to learn from his friends. He thought about the conversations he had with each animal and how they had helped him understand the true meaning of strength. One day he went to visit Ella, the wise elephant, by the river. Ella was drinking water, her large ears flapping gently in the breeze. Leo walked over to her, his golden mane flowing behind him. "Ella, I've been thinking a lot about what you said," Leo began. "You told me that strength comes from within, and I think I understand now. But sometimes I still feel uncertain about how to be the best leader." Ella turned to Leo, her gentle eyes sparkling with kindness. "Leo, a true leader isn't someone who demands respect or tries to control everything. A true leader listens. A leader guides with their heart, not just their power. It's about understanding the needs of others and helping them grow." Leo listened carefully. He had always thought of leadership as being in charge, but now he realized it was more about helping others, just as Ella had said. "Thank you, Ella," Leo said. "I think I've been so focused on my roar that I forgot what really matters." Ella sonrió. "Remember, Leo, it's not the loudest voice that leads the jungle, but the one that listens to every voice." As Leo wandered through the jungle, he came upon Gina, the tall giraffe, standing beneath a large tree. She was picking leaves from the highest branches and chewing them slowly. Leo walked up to her, feeling grateful for all the wisdom his friends had shared with him. "Gina," Leo said, "I've been thinking about what you said. You told me that sometimes we lose our strength when we forget how important we are to others." Gina looked down at Leo, her long neck bending gracefully. "Yes, Leo, and I believe it's true. We all have a purpose. Sometimes it's easy to forget what makes us special. We just need to be kind and generous, and we'll find our way." Leo thought deeply about Gina's words. He realized that being generous with what you have, whether it's time, help, or care, could make a big difference in the jungle. It wasn't always about being the biggest or the strongest. It was about how you made others feel. "You know, Gina," Leo said, "I think I've learned something important today. Strength isn't about power. It's about using what we have to help others." Gina smiled warmly. "Exactly, Leo. Generosity and kindness are the true signs of strength." As the days went by, Leo's understanding of leadership, courage, and strength continued to grow. He no longer saw himself just as a king with a powerful roar. He saw himself as a protector of the jungle, a guide who helped others discover their own strength. One day, as Leo was sitting beneath a large tree, reflecting on all he had learned, the animals of the jungle gathered around him. They had all come to hear Leo's thoughts and advice. Leo stood up slowly, feeling the weight of his new responsibilities. He looked around at the familiar faces, his old friends, the elephant, the giraffe, the tiger, and the squirrel. They had all taught him something important. "My friends," Leo began, his voice calm and strong, "I've learned many lessons in my life. I've learned that strength isn't about how loud you roar or how big you are. It's about how you treat others, how you help them, and how you face your fears." The animals listened attentively, their eyes fixed on Leo. They could see that he had changed. His roar, once just a sign of power, now carried a deeper meaning. I used to think that my roar made me the king of the jungle, Leo continued. But now I know that the true king is the one who leads with love and kindness, who listens with their heart, and who helps others grow. The animals cheered and clapped their paws, hooves and wings in appreciation. They could feel the truth in Leo's words. They had always known that Leo was a great leader, but now they saw that his greatness came from his heart. The circle of strength. As time passed, Leo's rule became known throughout the jungle. The jungle wasn't ruled by fear or power. It was ruled by understanding and kindness. All the animals worked together, helping each other in ways they had never done before. The jungle became a place where every creature, big or small, had a voice. One day, as Leo was walking with his friends, he saw a group of young animals playing together. There were baby monkeys swinging from the trees, baby deer running across the grass, and even a baby elephant trying to lift a small log. Leo watched them for a while, a smile on his face. He realized that the future of the jungle was in good hands. The next generation would grow up knowing that strength was not about size or power, but about kindness and courage. He turned to his friends and said, "The jungle will continue to thrive as long as we remember the lessons we've learned. It's not the roar that makes us strong, it's the love we give to each other." And with that, Leo walked through the jungle, his roar echoing softly in the distance. Not as a symbol of power, but as a symbol of a jungle united in strength, love, and kindness. I hope you loved today's story as much as I love telling it. If you want more fun and exciting animal adventures, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.